Hello everyone, my name is Imperius and welcome to my playthrough of The Grove. So fresh off the high that was the Mucus Flow, I thought we would check out another of BPRD's creations, this time in The Grove. It's a whimsical, if not slightly sinister, adventure romp through a mystical grove. Surprise, surprise. The aim of which appears to be to find some good mushrooms. And I'm not entirely sure if that's a euphemism, by the way. There is a really good story, backstory in the README. I say good in that it fleshes it out. It's terribly written. But I'll give you the TLDR version, which is angry fat dude is stealing your mushrooms from your garden at night. One day you take your pistol to go out to catch him and follow him down a hole that he appears to escape through every time he steals your mushrooms, and you come out of the other side of the hole in front of his house. You don't see him anywhere, but you do see the mushrooms, and thus begins the adventure that is The Grove. I hope you enjoy. Okay, here we are outside of the angry fat dude's house, who is called Smuggler, by the way. And here are the mushrooms that I am reclaiming. And that stall there says busy, which is foreshadowing perhaps where Smuggler might actually be. Mild spoilers. So we're going to go inside the house and have a look at this house first of all. Like, where's his furniture? But check this out. This is the map. You pick this up and look at this. This is just brilliant, isn't it? It's a hand-drawn map with all of these little ruins on it. And look, X marks the spot in the top left corner, which is where we're headed to. But it says boomstick, stone circle, cave. It's got all the keys on it. Really cool design choice. And the first puzzle we need to do is to figure out how to shut this generator off so we can get outside. And the way to do that is to push this secret little book in the bookcase, which lets us out. And there's the hole we came through up in the backstory, by the way. So now that's open, we can lower this and head out into the Grove proper. I have turned the brightness up for this playthrough just so that you can hopefully see something on YouTube. But normally it's a lot darker than this. In fact, you're supposed to play it a lot darker than this. So we've just seen some signs that say this way and that way, and it's all kind of spooky and surreal. That way points down. And so we can get the mushrooms. They give us 1 extra health. They're basically just health bonuses, and I think we're going to try and get all of the items. Now you can see there's 3 stars here on the map, these 3 hands. You need 3 keys to open up the exit. And we'll go get each of those keys in a moment. First, what we want to do is lower this water. Because by lowering it here, we're actually raising it in another part of the level. Where there's a well that has a double shotgun at the bottom. And you can get the double shotgun by jumping into the well, but you can't get out of the well unless you raise the water. I have no idea. Yeah, whimsical is one thing. So we're now heading down towards the boomstick. Which we have to navigate through these trees because the path is now ended. Now there's some shells you can pick up here. Again, in BPRD style, there's very little ammo in this level, so if you don't know this, if you don't get the secrets and the optional drops, you are pretty you're going to be pretty tightly pressed. Now there's a hidden path through here to bring us to this shack, which you can see some light amplification goggles and some armor inside. We'll get that later. First, we need to head to Grove Central, which is GC on the auto map. And you see that triple exclamation mark on the map? Well, that indicates a surprise archvile. Can't say he didn't warn you, right? And there's another double exclamation mark, another place on the map, which is a baron, which we'll kill later. But now we've reached Grove Central, I want to kill all of these imps. As you can see, there aren't really that many enemies in this level. This level is mostly about the mer atmosphere and the puzzles, which I think it does a really good job at, personally. It's very frustrating to play the first time, and there's no way you'll find all of the secrets without looking them up or spending an inordinate amount of time searching. But once you know what you're doing, it's actually quite enjoyable. So there's a switch here. We want to press that. That lowers some ammo for us over there. And we're going to need all these shells because we're going to have to fight 2 mancubi in a moment. And then in this back line of trees, which I've forgotten since I initially played and practiced this level, is a little switch that will open up that house that we saw earlier through to get the light amplification goggles and another suit of armor, which we don't really need because there's still a suit of armor here we haven't picked up. There it is, look. So we push that, and that will open up that house we can go back to later on. For now, we're going to push through and fight those mancubi I talked about, which are through in this little bridge section. So we'll kill the imps first, taking care to maximise our shell efficiency. And this is a cool little room. Watch what happens when I cross the central line def. Isn't that nice? It goes from like a rustic old library to a tech base, like it's peeling away the veneer. I really like that. I don't know what it's supposed to be or if it's even relevant, but it's nice. So yeah, so let's activate these mancubi. There's one, and yeah, if you don't pick up shells before coming here, they will get you because you can't really get past them. And you can see there's a little window there. That's important because that's not obvious in this room, look. And these 5 little pillars are 5 special line defs that you have to walk over to activate the secret exit. So don't push the U switch, push all of the others though. Water drain doesn't really work, and then the cemetery is forbidden, so we can't go in forbidden. If you push the U switch, by the way, it crushes a voodoo doll of you and kills you. So yeah, that's kind of a... yeah, whatever that is. So those 5 little pillars on that platform, we're going to go activate the first one. You need all 5 to get the secret, the super secret of this level, and the first one to get is here. So by picking up this armor and coming to this little place, we've activated the first pillar. So if we were to go back to Grove Central now, one of them would be lowered and there'd be 4 left to get. So that blue armor is 1. The second one is inside the little hut that we saw earlier that we just opened up with that switch in the forest. So we don't need to come back down here, so we might as well go get it now. It gives us the light amplification goggles as well, which is nice. So that's 2 switches done now. And we opened up, there were 2 switches that we clicked in Grove Central. One was access to the cave, which you can also see on the minimap. There's a secret here as well, by the way. This is a secret, and it is the 3rd pillar. So coming here lowers the 3rd little pillar. Yeah, but the 2 switches that I pressed in GC were the cave. So the cave is now open, and also the safe to Smuggler's house is open, which we'll go do at the very end because Smuggler himself will now be out of the bathroom, and he's basically a spider mastermind in a chain gunner's body. So cemetery's off limits due to heightened spirited activity. We've got the 1 exclamation mark here, which is the Baron. The sign says go either way, they're all good. It's all good. And there's the cave. So we're looking for the stone circle. And this is going to yield us our first of the 3 coloured keys. So there is a marble wall there, which is a secret, which we will activate pretty soon. And the stone circle, I can just see it here if I can get to it. It is a very, very small stone circle. Can you see it there? Ah, light amplification goggles are running out. So there's the stone circle. And going on that takes you to a slightly larger stone circle with some enemies for us to kill. And every time you push one of those faces, and not the skull switch, the faces themselves, a Hell Knight will spawn in. And you can just push them all. It's not too dangerous. You've got enough shells for it. And then on the back of one of these faces is another secret switch which lowers that marble wall we saw earlier on, which I believe is the fourth of the secret line deaths you need to walk over. So hopefully I'm explaining this in enough detail. We're aiming to get 3 keys to finish the level. The stone circle gives us a key, the cemetery gives us a key which we get through by going through the cave, and then the final key is in Smuggler's house. There are also 5 secret line deaths to walk over to access a super secret, of which we've now done, what, 2, 3? 1 by the blue armor, 1 in the secret hut. The 3rd is going to be this marble door that we're going to go through now. And then I think the 4th is in the graveyard, and the 5th is Smuggler's outhouse. So we pushed all those switches, we killed all those Hell Knights. We're now going to go back to where that marble door was, and there it is, look. Open. We come through here, we get a secret. Is it actually a secret? It's, okay, it's not actually a secret, but it is one of the line deaths that we need to finish the super secret. So now we're just trying to get out of this little orchard, and we're going to go through the cave, which we opened by pressing that switch in Grove Central. Now I think ideally you'd probably want to keep your night vision goggles for this. I think if you didn't, you'd have no chance of being able to open this door. But basically, if you look at the symbol on the door there, it's like an X with a circle. You're looking for a corresponding symbol that you want to press, which opens it. Which I think is on one of these steps. I've forgotten which one though. There it is, look. That's the symbol. So how you're meant to find that, I have absolutely no idea. But there it is, look. Oh, I missed it. It took too long. So this now takes us through to the cemetery, with its heightened spirit activity, which of course means spectres. So we'll kill those guys. And there's the red key. So there's a button on the back of that grave which opens up it opens up another secret, which, as I said, leads to a secret line death. Go either way, they're all good. So I believe the stone circle, the switch we pressed in the stone circle, opened up these ruins, which will give us access to the blue key, as well as these spooky boys hanging out in the ruins. So yeah, only the blue key is actually a key, even though we also need the yellow key. So just gonna have a little look for some ammo. There's some. And now we can press on. So now we need to go back to Smuggler's house. But we can do this first, actually. So the switch we pressed on the back of that grave opened up this little passageway. And I'm just going to let this speak for itself. Yeah. Take it all in. That might well be the thumbnail, actually. I mean, words fail me. So now we've got 2 keys, and we've activated 4 of the line defs that we need for the Grove Central. The last one, like I said, is in Smuggler's outhouse. So now we need to go kill him. The angry looking fat dude that I mentioned in the story is of course a chain gunner, but it's kind of like a reskinned Spider Mastermind, because you might, I don't know if you can see it from the bullet spread, but it's, the hitbox is clearly absolutely massive compared to the size of the chain gunner, and so you can hit him quite easily. He also pauses really weirdly before he starts firing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's just taken a Spider Mastermind and repasted the chain gunner sprites onto him. But there you go, he's dead, and he's got his own little jib corpse there. And then inside the toilet, he took a megasphere. He dropped a megasphere? Let's not think too much on that. Now, I think that should give us, so if I'm right, that should give us all of the secret line defs triggered. Yeah, I've done it. And it leads you to this place, the place between places, where all signs point to nothing, and there's a big alien face. And that. Lovely. This is a little connecting path. So we've got, we forgot the yellow key, that was in Smuggler's safe, I'll go back and get that. So there's the blue key, there's the red key. The ruins that it opens is just back here, and the 10 enemies left are all Barons and Hell Knights. Which, remember, if you hadn't just got that secret plasma, you would have 39 bullets and 8 shells, so you wouldn't have any realistic hope of killing them. Anyway, there's the yellow key. It's an Archvile's head, which is quite cool. And with 200, 200 and 360 cells, this shouldn't be a problem at all. But otherwise, yeah, it would be quite tricky, I think. There we go. And now we can see all the Barons, we can start shooting them and exit the Grove. There we go, all the kills, all the secrets, and even all the items, isn't that nice? And of course, it wouldn't be a BPRD level if the exit wasn't you ascending into space. I mean, look at that. That is one hell of a sight, isn't it? Why are we ascending into space? I don't know. But I like it. Okay, that was the Grove. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Very interesting design, adventure map. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next special project.